All right, everybody, welcome back into the Golden Tee Lounge. Kevin Lindsay here. It is Thursday, TG almost IF, I guess. It is one day before the weekend starts, which is a perfect opportunity to throw back to one of our beautiful courses from a few years ago, Antelope Pass. That is this week's Throwback Thursday daily contest. $1,790 in that prize pool, 300 total spots paid, 9 hours and a little under 30 minutes left to go. A few 30 plus or 30 unders in the top of the leaderboard, a handful of 29s and some 28s. So hopefully this is a very good setup, very scoreable, and then let's hope that we can shoot 28, 29, or 30 through some of the games today. Check down below our normal club set: 9.5 degree driver, 10.5 degree driver, 3 wood, 5 wood, 6 wood, 3 hybrid, 8 wood, 5 hybrid, and then of course the selection of super spin irons and wedges. And then can't go anywhere without our putter. So without further ado, let's get started. Based on the scores that seeing on the board, looks like it should be a pretty good setup. I know there's going to be a few holes in particular that I'm already worried about screwing up on the live stream, but fingers crossed. Chris McKenzie, Jim Shabest, David Cook, Jason Lociavo, thank you for joining us, everybody. It's Thursday. It is time to slowly ease into our weekend. We have Freaky Friday coming up tomorrow as well. The Super Score 2005. So Kangaroo Trail, Whispering Valley, Coral Vista, Cumberland, and then something else. I don't remember what the fifth course is. It's been too long. But all of the original Golden Tee Live courses from 2005 mixed up. The best of the best being chosen to get in the Super Score Freaky Friday. Hole number 2, Antelope Pass. Always a fun one. You are in the front of one of these tee boxes, so the option of just high teeing it around, or excuse me, the option of high teeing a 5 or 6 wood straight over is not an option. You could go around left. We are going to try our best teeing it up high and going to the right. Oh, look at that. Not chipping on hole 2. Already feeling good. Drew D from YouTube. I really appreciate the MVP shout out. This is actually the first time in a long time that I've been able to stream consecutive days in a row. So very happy to be here. It's been a very busy but enjoyable day. So hopefully I can blow off some good steam with a hole-in-one. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. That's not a hole-in-one, but very good setup. I'm not going to guarantee it because I'm not good at that, but there's going to be some chances at great shot points, or if even a hole-in-one for us on hole 3 here. Hole 4, interesting hole here. This was one of the courses in the few-year span where I really dedicated my non-work life to Golden Tee and played a lot of games and played for prizes and all that. Don't know why, but this hole in particular sticks out to me because I love to just, slam a driver, hit it as far as I can, and then not have a good second follow-up shot because of my distances. So this hole has definitely taught me distance control over the years. So hopefully we have retained that information from years ago. Mikey, Ben, Charles, Dave, Sean Gervais, Nick, Verdal, all of you guys on Facebook side, thanks for joining. Now that I look back over here on our restream comments, Drew, absolutely, now that you say that, I'm awful with people's last names, but now that you say that, definitely remember it. Hopefully you guys come out to Vegas. I know that there was a little bit of a chance. If not, I promise I will forgive you and your sister, but happy to meet you guys in St. Louis and hopefully catch you guys at another event throughout the year. Shout out to Dave Sandmeyer, who is not drinking since noon, but he is waiting to start until 4 p.m. So hopefully Dave gets some of those daily dollars in tonight as we try not to screw up hole 5. I keep looking over at my monitoring equipment because the last couple days of playing events mode, I'm so used to saying what this hole actually is, but we're playing a regular daily contest, so there's no mix-up here needed. Not the hardest hole, not the hardest setup, but I'm going to hit a 6-wood, probably pull it all the way out to the C, hit it probably almost to the left corner of the 3. My hope is that I land on the green in 1, but if not on the green, I get a nice gentle kick from the rocks. It looks like we're actually going to land up on the green. So fringe putting for the win, but putting in for eagle is what is most important right now. Appreciate all of you that are actually at the bar having a few drinks, playing Golden Tee, and watching this live stream. That is very it warms my heart. So make sure you have a cold one for me. Hooch from YouTube, loving Golden Tee Mobile on his iPad, our new mobile game that is currently being beta tested. Glad to hear it, my friend. Hopefully, we'll have some more information on that. Still a summer 2019 release. But I know somebody's going to ask me about it anyways. Hole 6, par 5. Sometimes the better play is to lay up to the right-hand side of this bunker and then just take a 5-wood or even sometimes a 3-wood and go right over those rocks. In this instance, I'm just going to high tee a driver 9.5, and I'm going to smash a full A1, which means I'm going to pull a trackball all the way out to the A1 very fast, and then just hit the trackball out to the 1 as hard as I can. My hope is to get on the left side of this sand bunker here and then have a nice super spin iron shot towards the hole. Actually worked out according to plan. So the nice thing here, especially with my super spin clubs, right over the small rocks, not even in play. Actually a little bit too far away to hit the super spin with bite, but I will break out the Rusty Trusty 5 Hybrid for a nice fringe hop and some great shot points. So because I'm pulling the comments in through one of our third-party programs, didn't realize, Hooch, that you're out in the UK. So yes, what Hooch is saying is that we are actually live in the UK and Ireland. So that actually warms my heart that you have joined, not only subscribed to us on YouTube, but joined part of this live stream from the amusement game. So really actually warms my heart even more. So Hooch, much appreciated, my friend. Hope you are enjoying it. And feel free to share any photos or videos that you may take on social media. The mobile game has a very cool, just like we have YouTube, this actually spits out a video on your phone. You can upload it to any account you want. And we've done it a little bit with some of my personal great shots on the mobile game. So hope you have a lot of fun with that. Hole 8, par 5. I'm so used to seeing these holes in either mixed up courses or Freaky Fridays that I'm thinking, why is this hole on the front 9? I'm so used to seeing it in the back 9, but it is actually a front 9 hole here. We are going to use the wind to our advantage, so we're just going to take the 3-wood, just boom, hit it straight, let that wind keep it up on here. The one thing you got to note, and I'll show it here once I get my second shot, if you hit it too far to the left, well, that actually didn't work. If you hit it too far to the left, you can kind of see it on the top down. You actually, well, let's see. Yeah, sort of like that. I don't want to make anybody seasick, but if you accidentally put too much cut in your ball there, there's a hill it'll roll down, and then you're absolutely, well, like 90% chance you're not going to make it to the green on 1, or excuse me, in 2 for eagle, just because of all these different heights of the rocks. So always try to get up here, then you have a nice 10.5 degree driver shot in, or even a 9.5, which is what I'm going to hit. Hopefully just touches the green a little bit. Because I'm hitting it from the fairway, I'm hitting a driver, so I'm not going to get as much backspin on there, but still 19-foot, 20-foot putt for eagle. Sean Gervais, thank you for changing. Please send me a picture when you change your screen name to Warms My Heart. Chris Cran, unfortunately, but actually not really unfortunately, no. So IT employees are not allowed to play in the World Championship. Myself and Adam will be there along with, I don't know, 10 to 15 other IT employees of various degrees. Adam and I will be doing live commentary and kind of event management throughout the weekends. But everybody on the IT team that's going to be in Las Vegas has a lot of responsibilities. So it's for a lot of reasons why we don't play in Worlds. But myself and Adam will hopefully be on the stage after the day's events go finish up to hopefully hang out with you guys, play a few games, and hopefully not take too many losses, because I know myself and Adam are not good at to losing when it comes to Golden Tee. Oh, look at that. Is that shot points? Perfect. I almost didn't mention it because I was worried that the last couple times I've said shot points and I haven't actually got them. And not that you guys need to see the top of my forehead, but we're just going to ever so slightly adjust this camera because I can't stand looking at my forehead. Woo! Camera barely moved, but wow, that angle on there sure did change. So, yes, we will, or no, we will not be playing in the World Championship, but definitely hanging out, running things, making things work smoothly for the multitude of different events we have going on. A lot of stuff you guys know, some stuff you don't know. Insert tease here. Hopefully, in the next week or two, we can spill some of the beans on some of that other exciting stuff going on. But until then, just know there's more coming to you guys over the next few weeks with World Championships. David Cook, you might have just joined. It doesn't actually, I'm looking at my phone here, but on the actual chat doesn't tell me when you joined. So summer 2019 release for the US when it comes to the Golden Tee Golf mobile game that we're working on. Glenn is still waiting for his hole-in-one. I feel like I hit a hole-in-one yesterday. Where were you? Were you not watching? I'm highly disappointed. The nice thing is daily contests, same setup, same wins, same pins, same tees all day long. So hopefully we can find a few setups that that might be good enough after a few games for me to get a hole-in-one or two. Beautiful. Hole 12, par 5. Very, very short tee box here. Most of the time we are actually farther back, which then you get to, in this farther back tee box, then you get to play a fun game called, do I lay up down here and hit a 5 or 3 wood, or do I try to funnel my shot and land it on the strip? But because we're at the shorter tee box, it takes all the pain away from me. High tee driver, just crack it straight ahead, and then I can take a nice super spin iron, and I do the thumb motion, but I'm never going to actually thumb on camera. But what I will do is pull back and hit this 6 iron in the cup for you. Not physically, but for you to see. Almost there, but hey, that's like, what, 3 or 4 holes that we've had great shot points, so I'm already in a really great mood. Chris Cran, awesome. Glad to hear that you will be at the World Championship. If you guys are going to be there and have yet to do so, go to Golden Tee's Facebook page and go to the World Championship event and just click going or interested in the event. Just helps us kind of keep a general idea, especially helping our partners at the Orleans in terms of staffing and needs and all that. But it just is nice to see that 200 people are going or are interested in going to the World Championship. So you're also helping... we'll just say it for Sean Gervais' behalf, but you're helping warm my heart even more. Long look here for 13, the par 3. So if you've ever played it close to the pin, most of the time you're going to be in that short tee box. Typically not bad, but this actually is a good setup. 14-mile-an-hour wind in the face. I'm going to hit a 6 wood with no spin, but I want to make sure I hit it hard enough that that 14-mile-an-hour wind is just going to stop my ball right there, 3 yards away. Woo! Note to self: the fringe on hole 13 is not as flat as I thought it was, so we'll take a par there. But just know, if you end up on the fringe on that par 3 13, be careful, because you might need to break out the iron to chip in there. Adam Kramer's favorite Golden Tee golf hole of all time, Antelope 14, the drivable par 5. You could take a 3 wood and crack it over the rocks, but I'm not 100% sure if 3 wood's the shot. So we're going to take the safe bet, high tee 3 wood, C3 right over all these rocks. Hopefully get a really sweet bounce. No sweet bounce from the rock. But now I get to show off that I was going to say my sometimes exceptional 6-iron chipping skills, but that didn't work. I don't know. I'm just going to blame it on the trackball. But that shot should have been chip in for double eagle. But again, this is game 1, so we've got some time to mess around here. I gotta say, this is actually one of the nicer setups I've seen for daily contest. I don't have to hit shots that make me feel uncomfortable and then blame my bad shots on the trackball. I'm just gonna high tee a 10.5 degree driver. I'm gonna pull back in between the B and the C and hit it out straight. And it's just going to take that down slope. It's gonna offset with the wind a little bit with that left 3. And we are putting in for eagle. Also, another hole that I'm very happy to see set up, at least right before I tee off, seems like it sets up really well. 16, par 5, strong 16 wind, blowing to the 8 o'clock, but once you actually are on the fairway and head towards the green, that's going to be in your face, so you got to take that into account. We are going to high tee a 9.5 degree driver. I'm going to pull it all the way out to the A and hit it in between the 1 and the 2. Nice, right through the gap there. Hopefully some love tap bounces. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Just like I drew it up. Exactly how I wanted you guys to see it. Mental note for next time that I got to hit my shot a little bit harder. So, 16-mile-an-hour wind in your face. Right 8 green slope. So that's the other factor on this hole. I'm not going to get crazy. I'm just going to pull back straight. So, because that pin is about as far right as you can get, and that is some deep water that you don't want to be in, because it's going to drop you for a birdie chip, much less a non-makeable birdie chip. So what I'm actually going to do, because that 16-mile-an-hour wind is blowing a hair to the left, I'm going to pull back straight and actually hit my shot a hair to the left. Let that right 8 slope kind of play against the wind, and that actually is about as good as you can get there without that dropping in the cup. Now, because that big strong wind in the face, you're going to get a bit more backspin, which you saw even for a wood using bite. Still got some backspin, but the nice thing about that short pin from the front is that you have plenty of room in the back to bite or backspin your way to the hole. Again, very, very nice setup. I'll probably find a way to screw it up, but in theory, this looks like a great setup. Hole 17, offset par 3. I haven't seen too much of 2020 yet, but I really hope that Jim Z has implemented some of these offset par 3s again, because I'm from both sides, from a player and a development standpoint and just a marketing guy. Like, this is just fun to me, because you're not always going to see a direct shot at the pin, especially for a 17th hole, which is supposed to be challenging, try to make you earn that extra stroke or 2 going into 18. So 13-mile-an-hour wind, we are going to use the 3 hybrid. I'm going to pull it a little bit back to the left corner of the B and hit it straight. I don't want to crush it because it is a 13-mile-an-hour wind. But that was, again, wow, that was actually, woo, I'm gonna take that. Also gonna make a mental note to see why my tees are not replenishing, but that's okay. So I hit that 3 hybrid very soft. Now I got really I had a really great shot that in my head landed as well as I tried to plan it. You just got to make sure you don't put too much cut in there, because if you hit the green with backspin and then catch the rock, unless you get a shot of the week in the dead center of the cup, it's getting wet and you're going to lose some stroke on 17. Hole 18, drivable par 4. Hopefully Dave Sandmeyer's watching this so he can go ahead and get in his joke with me, because I may or may not have lost a game that I was winning on this exact par 4. But 3-wood here, medium tee. I'm just moving it over to take advantage of that 13-mile wind blowing right. I'm going to put bite on there. You don't want to crush this, because if you hit it too hard and catch that 18th hole, or the rock behind the cup, you are definitely, I'd say about 75% chance you're getting your shot in the water. So we're going to take that 3-wood and just go right at the pin. Not really take the advice I just gave you all, but it kind of worked out. Made sure the fringe was flat, and just like that, we actually have a good game for game 1. Just missed putt on that hole 13, the par 3. Otherwise, we are clean across the board. So 28 under is par. With this setup, and hopefully over these next couple of games, definitely doable, even for a casual golfer, I believe. So let's go ahead and get swiped up and set in for another game here.
Weather couldn't be more perfect here at Antelope Pass.
As always, again, thank you guys for joining us. World Championship coming up. This is last year's World Championship t-shirt. So if you guys are not following us already on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, highly recommend you go do so, because within the next hour we'll do another giveaway for some fun World Championship swag items from the past couple of years. I've been talking so much in meetings today that, you know, it's just affecting my ability to walk, talk, and chew gum when it comes to live streams. All right, since it worked out really well, we're just going to go ahead and take our tee, high tee from the bottom right corner, and use that 5-wood again. Put a little bit more cut into it. Hopefully don't hit the rock. Oh, look at that. Hit the rock. And then we hit another rock. So don't put too much cut into your 5-wood. But if you happen to chip with the 5 hybrid enough, every dog has its day. And I got some great shot points out of it. I'm definitely only 26 great shot points, or 2,600. But I'm gonna claim them as GSPs, my friends. Bottom left corner for the medium T5 hybrid on hole 3. Just a gentle little toss in there. Hopefully we can get this one actually drop in the cup. No cup, no shotties there. Zach asks, for those of you on Twitch and YouTube from Facebook, asks about no prizes in the home edition. What's the good balance of an answer here? Because our biggest business is coin operated amusements out in the field. We have, you know, thousands of operators that you know, we have to think of on top of the homeowners. So that's why over the last couple of years that, you know, Josh and Adam and the entire dev team have kind of really tried to bring some unique things to the home edition. We've talked about it before. Events mode will hopefully be making its way to the home editions in the next year or two. And then you'll hopefully have an opportunity to play for that. The other thing is in terms of homeowners, to actually people that play online and play for prizes, is still a relatively lower number. So again, a lot of this is more dev time than you guys think. We can't just take something from the commercial units and just plop it in the home edition without development time, testing, and making sure, you know, all the knobs and hooks work in place. So I know a lot of you guys that I've talked to in person understand that, and, you know, when we talk about this in live streams and in conversations, it all makes sense. But there's just a lot of balancing that we need to do between operators and commercial units and home edition owners, and trying to have unique features on the home edition So it's a real balancing act, but you're starting to see more development being dedicated to the home edition and some of the fun stuff there. So like real-time rivals and stuff like that was brought with home edition owners in mind. The computer, you know, aspect is something that people have talked about for a while. So yeah, high T6 wood here for number 5. Just gonna go right on over. Hopefully get out of the, oh, look at that. It hit dirt, but it somehow, the game thought it was a rock. I'm not gonna argue with it. I actually saw a rock.
Yes, count. It's in.
Oh, sorry, Zach. I actually just read. Okay, so yeah, I see what you mean now. Okay, actually, never mind. Didn't even need to bring up that whole spiel. Really quick, hole 6, par 5. Typically, if you guys didn't see this last game, we'll just talk about it again for the newer viewers. Typically, lay up right past this bunker, take a 5 or 3 wood over those rocks. We are just going to hit a spinny A1 and hopefully have a 6 iron or a 5 hybrid shot right over the rocks towards the cup. 156. We got all that one, so I may actually be using the super spin clubs here. Let's see how that plays out. Yeah, so let's do it. Oh, happy for great shot points. Happy for great shot points. Happy for great shot points. That's all I have to think about. But really quickly, going back to Zach, your question about making payments on Home Edition. We're just not set up for that in terms of, you know, running people's credits and extending, you know, theoretically a loan. There's not really a good repossession process for Golden Tee Home Edition. Yeah, we could brick it or shut it offline, but then it's still money that we're losing. So that would be my non-accounting marketing guy answer for you. But still a good question that does come up. The nice thing is, though, there's alternatives. So I know PayPal credit has a really good 0% for 6 months or something like that, I think. I know I've looked at that at a couple of options for buying things, but a couple different options that you guys have in place to get a Home Edition. All right, hole 8, par 5. Pretty straightforward. No reason to do much other than hit your 3 wood straight. I'm going to change things up since I hit it a little bit farther to the left. I'm going to use a 10.5 degree driver with bite. Now, because that 10.5 degree driver has such a higher loft, it does come in almost as hot as if I hit the 9.5, or like I did in the first game. We're going to go ahead and throw this tee back to the bottom left corner. Kind of what we did on hole 3, and just let the wind take the ball. Probably could have used bite on that shot instead of backspin, but still pretty close shot, putting in for birdie. Zachary, absolutely always happy to answer questions that hopefully make sense to average viewer and all that, but plenty of options out there when it comes to Golden Tee Home Editions. Hole 10. The one thing you just really have to worry about is that 11-mile-an-hour wind blowing to the left with the setup here. Just having that water in front of the green, just something you got to be aware of. Because of how I'm hitting the 10.5 degree driver, pretty much sets up for a nice 5 hybrid with bite that'll roll up to the cup like you saw there. Matt, I feel like we've talked about this before. I'm going to have to go Bruins. Although, actually, I'm impartial, and I kind of want the Blues to win, so Hawks fans can stop listening to you guys. talk about how you get in the playoffs so much more than us, but then walk away with no cup. But it would just make the back and forth banner with some of my St. Louis friends a little bit more enjoyable. So if they win, great. It'll be like when the Cubs, as a White Sox fan, when the Cubs won the World Series, I was happy for them. They deserved it. It was way too long, blah, blah, blah. Same thing with the Blues. They win, great. If they lose, well, that sucks. But I will absolutely give my St. Louis friends a hard time. Hole 12, par 5, pretty straightforward. Just crush a driver. Make sure that you hit it appropriately. Otherwise, you're going to be playing 6 wood with roll. Again, not an awful option here because I'm still going to get it, well, relatively close to the pin. Not as close as I was hoping. But when you miss enough putts, sometimes you just try to get better and actually make those putts. So, but it is actually time for this trackball to get changed. Not going to happen right now. I have a trackball somewhere in the Golden Tee Lounge. We're getting ready to move here in a month or so because, well, we just need the space. So the lounge will get rearranged and everything will be better, and I will make sure I have a new trackball then. Hole 13, the only hole that gave us trouble last time. Normally you see the shorter tee box up front there, but actually this 6 wood with the 14-mile-an-hour wind in the face is not bad. I'm actually not going to move my tee this time. I'm just going to go ahead and put bite on, which is probably not the right option. Stop. Oh, look at that. The nice thing here is I'm chipping in for birdie instead of putting on the fringe. Remember, if you weren't watching the first game, if you hit the fringe on hole 13, it is not flat. And if you turn right one, you can see that, which I'm guilty I did not do. Adam Kramer's favorite Golden Tee Golf hole, the drivable par 5 Antelope Pass, has probably been in more daily contests than any other hole combined. High tee 3 wood, C3. Flirt with those rocks just a little bit. Now, the one thing that makes this a little bit more difficult than normal because of that wind blowing against the wind blowing to the right and trying to hit a C3, you really have to take advantage of those rocks that are curved around the green. Actually, wouldn't be the worst thing in the world if you hit a C2.5 to actually kind of bounce it off those rock walls. Maybe we'll try that next time. Hey, but I made the double eagle chip, which I forgot earlier, which means this is actually a 29 under setup, which is perfect. So, hole 15, beautiful setup here. We're going to move our tee over to the right ever so slightly. High tee, 10.5 degree driver. We're going to pull it, oh, woo! Thought we were going to get nervous there. All right, hold on. Woo, my chipping, fingers crossed, stays on point as much as it has been. Alright, so clearly the A1 option is not the best one, so we're going to just go ahead, high tee, 9.5 degree driver. Just go smash it right on over there. You want to make sure you don't hit it too hard that you roll down into the dirt here, which I'm kind of flirting with. Going to be in the rough. Still going to give me that 6 wood, but this is a right 8 green and a 16-mile-an-hour wind in the face. So actually the rough might not be the worst thing in the world because I can actually hit this 6 wood a little bit harder, not going to get as much bite, and I can play that green slope a little bit more. So you notice how I hit that, I would say, pretty hard, and I got 116 because I'm coming out of that rough. That, I'm not going to tell you explicitly that you should hit it into the rough, but for hitting it out of the rough, there was actually a nicer approach shot and a better putt than the first game. Hole 17, par 3, lots of lovely Antelope Pass rocks. I'm going to, because this is off-centered, I'm going to go ahead and move my tee to the top right corner, backspin, pull the trackball ever so slightly to the left corner of the B on the deck here, and hit it straight. Oh boy. Oh, look at that. I can't say it. I just got very... Somebody was looking out for me because I put too much cut in, which is what I was worried about doing the first time. I just got lucky and I didn't touch the rocks. Because that hybrid is such a low loft club, it actually caught the green and then flew over the rocks and caught the green again for backspin. So 14-foot putt for birdie. I'm going to be happy with that. Hole 18, 13-mile-an-hour wind, 3-wood. I'm going to do what I I told you not to do. Or I'm not going to do what I told you not to do that I almost did last game, if you can keep track of that. Medium T 3-wood, just moving it over to the left. We're going to put bite on it. I hit it a little bit too hard last time, and it was almost a bad shot. So this is actually going to go right in the hole. Ah, dang it, but it's close. This time I put a little bit more. I hit it out a little bit more to the 2. Because I wanted to kind of cut the ball with the wind, which you saw, it actually worked out pretty well. Not a lot of great shot points this game, so kind of disappointed there, but to correct myself from game 1 because of that drivable par 5, 14, 29 under is your par. So let's just go ahead and refresh the scores here. So you're looking at a 29 under right now at 4 o'clock. Actually is right at 18th place. So 29 under with the lowest amount of great shot points possible. Not bad. It's going to actually Sean Gervais, I just saw that you sent me a Facebook message, and he actually did change his name to Warms My Heart. So thank you, Sean Gervais. That actually warms my heart so much. All right, that was game 2 of today's Throwback Thursday Daily Contest on Antelope Pass.
Identification time. Let's check in.
Depending on how this game goes, this might actually be the last game. Normally, I know I try to play 4 or 5. It's just been a long, busy day of meetings and great, important stuff, but a lot of stuff to take care of. So, because we're actually playing so well, I don't want to leave you with a bad image, especially after shooting, what did I shoot, 34 yesterday, and then I followed it up with a 23. Nobody cares, let's be honest, but it hurts me ever so slightly personally. So we're going to do our darndest to actually just break records here. We're going to shoot 29 under, maybe 30 under with a lot of great shot points, and then we're going to get out of the lounge, hopefully enjoy the sun while it's still above Chicago for, I don't know, maybe an hour or 2 before it storms. But hey, look at that, 7,500 great shot points, kick things off. I'll tell you what though, we're going to hit a much better shot on number 2 than we did the second time. Bottom right corner, high T5 wood, pull it out to the C, but I'm going to make sure that I actually hit it just too hard there. Oh, look at that. That kind of went through the flag. That should have been a shot of the week, let's be honest. All right, now notice up 2 for a 15-yard fringe putt. I click left 1, it stays up 2, I click right 1, and it's now a right 1. So I know that even if it's the slightest hair, this green is pointing or slopes to the right ever so slightly. But hey, we got great shot points on hole 1. That's all that is. I don't need those 2,000 great shot points from a really good 5 hybrid chip. All right, 5 hybrid, medium tee, bottom left corner of the tee box. This was a nice shot the first game. Let's see, I probably hit that first game right on the money. Great shot point. Second game, too short. Third game, too long. That's okay, though. Putting for par is the name of the game, or putting for course par, I guess, if you want to look at it that way.
This will work. Nice drive. The fairway is great.
Let's talk about this. I mentioned it in game 1 that this was a hole that when I was playing, I wouldn't call it professionally by any means, but I was playing a lot of games during the week, let's put it that way, a few years ago when this course was in prize play. Distance control was not my strongest suit, and I definitely learned it. So if it was up to me to hit the shot again, I'd actually shoot it a little bit shorter so I could have a great 5 hybrid look at it instead of having the 6 iron with super spin. Because even without spin, I would be okay, but I'm not good at hitting a shot naked without any spin. So I always feel like I need to have backspin or bite on it, which is probably unhealthy. But just for you guys, we're going to hit it with no spin, 6 iron, and let's just hope I'm not chipping. Oh, I'm definitely chipping. Oh, look at that. Look at that. somebody was looking out for me and made sure that I hit the fringe. All right, real nice setup here. Hole number 5, par 4. We're gonna high tee this 6-wood out to the sea, in between the 2-3, pretty hard. Gonna land in the rough stuff, as I'll call it. As soon as I hit that, I knew, because I chip with my fingertips, I knew that I had unfortunately hit that to the right instead of straight. But I will tell you this, normally when I get off of par pace is when I start holing things out. So we might only shoot 29 under for par this game, but we're going to do it by earning the extra hole out.
A nice lie on the short grass.
Let's see if we can do it right here. Nope. Would have been perfect, because that 6-iron with bite and the super spin just backspins so well with the grabbers. It's why I started using them, actually, I think in 2016 when this course came out. It was definitely an adjustment to get there and get used to it, but now I anytime I use a club set that doesn't have them, I feel like something's missing.
Too long, Jim.
Oh, shot points? Just kidding. 6 feet, no shot points for Kevin is going to be my new player name when you see me in Las Vegas. Hole 8, 3-wood, don't do much to it, just hit it a little bit to the left, but you want to make sure you stay up on this mound. You got a 9-mile-an-hour wind at your back. Nothing crazy here. 9.5-degree driver. I smell some great shot points. Just not on this hole.
It made the green. He'll have a long putt.
Golfer 1. In the hole. On tee now. For 1.
All right, hole 9, par 3. We're gonna move bottom left corner of the tee box. 5 hybrid with bite this time. Put a little bit of a cut into it and just kind of let the wind gently take care of the rest.
He'll be happy with this.
No hole in one yet, but great shot points. So just one little bad mishap there on the front 9 with a bad chip, but nothing we can't overcome
Golfer 1.
with a few good shots afterwards. Thinking hole in 1 on hole 14, the par 5 that's drivable. That would be a heck of a way to end this live stream.
Golfer 1.
Something we haven't announced yet that we will over the next couple days, but next day, actually tomorrow, because it's already Friday. Woo! Shout out to almost being Friday. But you guys are going to get the exclusive right here for about, I don't know, maybe 24 more hours. But Classic Course of the Week is back starting next Monday. I really hope this goes in the hole because I hit that way too hard. I was so excited about Classic Course of the Week that I just hit my tee shot way too hard. Now this is why it's always smarter to walk away on a very high note. But I get all of you guys and gals to join me on the live stream and I shoot a good game and I can't just be like, all right, I'm out. I jokingly say that, but I never ever do it. Because you guys are, you know, it's, what is it? You know, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock or something like that. You just trying to relax as you're winding your day down at work. All right, so here is where we take the 5 hybrid, our good friend. We get a double eagle hole out that doesn't matter because I already screwed up enough shots. But hey, we got hole 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 6 holes more to go. I'm smelling a hole in one somewhere. I didn't hit that one out far left enough. Stop. Oh, perfect. Thank you. I asked the ball to stop, and it did it not at the right point, but hey, look at that. If you ever needed a tutorial on how to chip with a wedge off of the cart path at an angle in front of the hole on hole 13 at Antelope Pass. You're welcome. Just want you to know that. All right, we're going to try something different here for the final game. High T5 wood. We are just going to crush it. Hope for the best. Hope for the best. Hey, look at that. Up, 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 up. All right, well, we're putting for double eagle. I'm pretty sure that I actually... well, whatever. I don't have an excuse for that one. Shout out to the ball just dropping in the cup on that eagle chip. Even though I'm not going to shoot it, 29 under is your par for today's daily contest on Antelope. Let me clarify, just because I'm not going to shoot at this game. So, game number 2 is the game you're going to want to watch. So if you're watching this after it's live stream and you're watching this game, it's not going to get better than the second one, so just go back and rewatch that, because that's going to be your key off the tee to the key off the tee to success on Antelope Pass. All right, we're back on the fairway this time. It's actually nice because I can give you 3 different options of this shot. So the first time we hit a 6 wood with bite, or excuse me, a 5 wood with bite from the fairway. Second time we hit a 6 wood with bite from the fringe, or excuse me, from the rough. Now we're gonna hit a 3 hybrid with bite. You know what? Actually, I got nothing to lose here. We're gonna hit a 3 hybrid with backspin because it's a hole out or bust. Which, oh wow, look at that. Barely catching the fringe. Shout out to my avatar, Evan Gossett, for standing on thin air. Appreciate you, my friend. All right, 2 more chances at hole 1. They're actually not the worst shots in the world. 3 hybrid. I'm going to move this to the back right corner because I don't remember if I did that the first game. Do not hit the rock at any point of this hole, otherwise your shot is getting wet. We're going to pull back a little bit to the left corner of the B on the trackball deck, or on the control deck, and then hit it straight and let the wind do the rest. Oh, that looks so much better. Oh, come on. Ugh. Oh, look at, I hit that and I felt legitimately excited. Thought that I would get some wind love. I mean, 23 inches away, also known as 2 feet away, but okay. I can't be mad at that. I got great shot point. I got the great shot points I needed in game 2, just not the score. So one last opportunity here to get a hole-in-one. We almost made it happen last game. Let's see if we can make it now. Oh, more great shot points though. Oh, just enough to slide down 6 feet, no shotties. Haunts us again here on the Golden Tee live stream. So I'm gonna get out of here. That is game 3 of today's daily contest. Same setup, same pins, same wins, same tees, same everything across the board. Salvaged a round that I thought might have been going the wrong way. Few hiccups here and there, but game 2, the 29 under with that double eagle on hole 14 is going to be your best bet. So if you've watched the live stream after it's been archived and you get to this game, just rewind and watch game 2 again while you're out there and playing. 8 hours and 39 minutes left to go in today's contest. Play until 1 a.m. Central Time. $1,790 in the prize pool. We'll be back here tomorrow in the Golden Tee Lounge for a Super Score 2005 Freaky Friday. But for now, so long, farewell. Kevin Lindsay from the Golden Tee Lounge. We will see you back here tomorrow afternoon for another look at the daily contest.